Hey Finxters, and welcome to this Freelancer course video. So with the topics 2026 freelance developer tips to double, triple or even quadruple your income. And so there's a reason why programmers, software developers and hackers never seem to go out of vogue. And the reason is leverage. A skilled programmer may spend a year writing software, which in turn automates the jobs performed by thousands of workers. So soon will a program for automated driving destroy billions of today's and tomorrow's jobs in the logistics sector. And of course companies want to automate more work. It's the only way they stay competitive. So as a programmer you can tap into one of the largest power in the world, which is computational intelligence. Becoming a freelancer is a sustainable, long-term decision that will boost your ability to bring value to the marketplace. I hope you are already motivated. So let's dive right into the 26 freelance developer tips. Okay, the first tip is to give more value than you take in payment. As a self-employed freelance developer, you're as much a business owner as you are a coder. So you need to master both skills, business and coding, to thrive in your industry. And giving more value than you take in payment is the first rule of business. Not only of freelancing, but of business overall. And while it sounds simple, most struggling business owners violate it. And this is the reason they struggle in the first place. They forget that on the other end of the transaction is a human being with a pain, a problem or a desire. So if you don't value the commandment of need, if you don't create a need-based business, you will struggle as a business owner. And this is true for you as a freelance developer as well. So if the only reason you are here as a business owner is to remove the pain and solve the problem and to satisfy the desire of your customer. So let's call them a lead, pay $2 for a coffee. It's because they value the warm, tasty coffee in a comfortable environment where they can relax and read a book. And you value this much more than you value your $2. So you should always, as a business owner, strive to give more value than you take in payment. And then if you do this, basically it becomes a no-brainer to do business with you. So if your client asks you to do X as a freelance developer, do X and a little more. You will always do more, yeah? And this kicks in the power of reciprocity. And your clients will always want to hire you for the next thing. Why? Because you have given them more value than they paid you for. So they will give you more money so that they get more value again and so on. This creates a positive cycle of reinforcement of reciprocity, and you will never go out of business if you just follow this rule. I mean, you can switch off the video now. I have a lot more tips, like 25 more interesting tips. So keep watching if you find this valuable, but this is the most important rule in business. And you should always consider this as a freelance developer. Give your clients more value than you take from them. Think, how can you give them more value? Okay, the next tip is to eat your customers' complexity. So fortunately, you are in the coding business and coding is a mess. Why do I say fortunately? Yeah, because you can now get paid to fix this mess. Yeah, clients will happily pay you money to fix a mess. You should always strive to eat the customer's complexity. If there is complexity, either you or your customer have to eat this complexity, have to resolve it. And and this is, of course, it's a problem, it's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for you to excel and to give more value, to eat the customer's complexity. So either you or your client has to handle the complexity. And for example, in Amazon, you may know Jeff Bezos. He has mastered the rules of eating the customer's complexities. Jeff Bezos pushed towards one-click payments because this makes purchasing easier. And now he took all over the whole complexity of delivering the products within a day or within a short amount of time, letting the customers so reducing the payments as much as possible, reducing the complexity of shipping goods. Amazon eats the whole complexity. Amazon even provides servers and provides products, provides fast shipping, provides this whole infrastructure with one-click payments. I mean, it cannot get easier. Amazon eats the customer's complexity, and therefore they are successful. So as a freelance developer, you shouldn't sound fancy, you shouldn't do any tricks or so. Just eat your customer's complexity, make them more value than you take from them in payment. This was the first rule. And yeah, before you submit work to your client, ask yourself, can you eat some more complexity from them? This is a very, very important rule. I wanted to say the most important rule because I think it's one of the most important rules for you to succeed in life. But I already told you that giving more value than you take in payment is the most important rule, and I still consider this first rule to be the most important. But this one is also like it's a killer rule. Perform from your strengths. So the rule was formulated by Peter Drucker, the famous management consulting, and the main reasoning goes like this. Your time is limited. You can either improve your weaknesses or your strengths. Say you are a great writer, but not good in front of a camera. On a given day, you can either write your new book or create your new video course. And what would you think will create more value for society? And here we are already thinking about value you can give. And if you perform from your strengths, you can give more value. If you are great in front of a camera, but you cannot write, then why should you even consider writing? Why should you do where you are naturally bad at? There are other people who are much better writers than they are in front of a camera. So go in front of the camera and speak. And as a writer, write. Just write. Focus on your strengths, perform from your strengths. Don't try to mitigate your weaknesses. Just write. And as a coder, code, and focus on this. Perform from your strengths. Do it again and again and again. And by doing this, by seeking your strengths, and as a freelance developer, it's critical to focus on a few things where you are strong at. If you love machine learning and so on, and you love this whole space, you're really excited about this, you are really good in machine learning, then just focus on machine learning. Don't do Django, don't do back-end development, don't do databases, don't do design stuff and so on. Just focus on machine learning, create machine learning models. And on the other hand, if you are a designer, web developer and so on, you like these different technologies, you like to create things that you can see, almost touch, then just create these web applications, create front-end designs, talk to customers, and try to get the app that looks nicely. Okay, always perform from your strengths. So where have you been great in school? What YouTube videos are you watching? Always. What do you keep talking about? What do you love to do? Where do you spend your money? Check your income statement. Really, go ahead, do it, and see where are your strengths, where are your motivations, and answer these questions. How can you move towards your strengths in your professional life? The next one is to position yourself as a specialist. So would you pay more money to a brain surgeon than to your generalist doctor to perform critical brain surgery? Of course, like specialists can demand higher prices, and the reason is that their skills are highly developed in one specific area. And because of their specialized knowledge, there's less competition, and they often have a dominating market position. And this rule combines greatly with the previous rule, perform from your strength. Yeah, so seek your strengths, be aware of your strengths, find them, and then position yourself as a specialist in these strengths, and you will never have any problem getting work and you are automatically being successful. So as a freelance developer, don't specialize in a certain technology like TensorFlow or NumPy or so, but focus on a topic, on a certain problem. Like focus on the machine learning problem, finding good machines, making machines intelligent. This is a problem, and then just the technologies follow naturally. Yeah, but don't focus on the technology, because technologies can become out of vogue quickly, but the problems will remain. So what problems can you solve for clients? How can you position yourself? And then what technologies follow from that? The next one is to be hyper responsive. Communication is the key of freelance developers. So if they talk to you, if they write an email to you, then just communicate quickly and be responsive, be accessible. This will just increase your perceived value on the marketplace as a freelance developer. It's not about coding everything. So freelance developing is about business skills, about positioning, marketing, about and also about communication. I mean, you communicate with the client, and ultimately you need to be accessible to the client. This will just increase the perceived value. You will get better ratings, better clients. You will get paid more just by being more responsive. Everyone can do it. You don't need to be a master coder, but if you are hyper responsive, this can overcompensate for being a bad coder actually. If you are a bad coder but great in business and you are hyper responsive, then it's better you will get high. You can demand higher hourly rates than if you are a master coder, but you are not responsive at all, and you are not communicative at all, and you don't know how to position yourself. So hyper responsive is critical. Communication is critical, and be accessible. Talk to the clients. Like if they write you a message, then respond quickly and try to talk to them. The next one is to be positive and upbeat. I think this also comes in this communication area. So if you are positive and upbeat, clients will subconsciously assign a higher value to your work. It's a halo effect at work. It's a psychological effect. They will set a higher value to your work basically if they perceive you as positive and upbeat. So just give it to them, be positive, optimistic, tell them you can do it, have a can-do attitude, and you will automatically demand higher wages. I mean, only this tip can maybe increase your hourly rate of 10, 20, 30% just by doing these things, okay? So you can even use the Grammarly plugin for Chrome and Firefox, and it shows you the sound of your language if you write with clients. It shows you clarity and engagement scores, and then just keep writing more engaged messages. And you can use tools to help you this, yeah, if you use some plugins. The next one is to create a client list. So you should. It's far more easier, like it's 5 to 25 times more expensive to acquire a new client than to convince an existing client to buy again. So therefore, this is also a no-brainer. Just create a client list, a list of all previous clients, and then contact them regularly. This will just increase the demand for your services, and by increasing your demand of the services, you will your prices, your hourly ratings will also increase over time. The next one is to create a simple ad funnel, and if you don't have enough work, then this is a good place to start. You can just create some Facebook ads, for example, and these ads will give you some work. So you create ads where you advertise your services, and this is one, like writing ads is one of those $10,000 per hour activities that can make or break your business. If you create a great ad, an ad where your target market responds to this ad, you can run this ad for years, and you can get business. You can get hundreds of thousands dollars worth of business just by running this one ad on Facebook or any other marketing platform. So create a simple ad funnel. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just an ad funnel to advertise your services, give you a fresh stream of leads that come into your business over time, and that you can convert to new clients. And this can help you create a client list, create more business, create more demand for your services. The next one is lead acquisition. So contact one potential lead per day. So it's all about the power of habits. If you have good habits, your business will prosper. If you have bad habits, your business will suffer. And one of those good habits is to just contact a potential lead every day. So this could be a lead from your previous customers. It can be a new lead coming into your business. Contact them, give them some value. You don't have to pitch them all the time. Just contact them, write to them, be open, be communicative, create your network, because your network is your net worth. The next one is to implement strategy sessions. So if you don't have a lot of business already, then you need to find the business. How do you do this? You can give clients already part of the value that you offer. And this is called a strategy session. So you talk to them, maybe on the phone, maybe maybe via Skype or Zoom, any video conferencing tool. You can give them already some value. You can ask them about their problems, interview them. What are the problems? What is the transformation they are seeking? This is called a strategy session. So you talk to them, you prospect them, and by doing this, you can easily convert customers to leads to customers. It's much more, so the conversion rate is huge, because you just talk to them, you just try to listen to them, basically. Find out what are their pain points, what are their problems, and then position yourself as a solution to their problems and to this transformation that they want to see in their businesses. And yeah, this is a good tool. I think many people don't have it on the radar, but now you have it. Strategy session is a great way of like just getting on the Zoom call, just to ask customers, ask clients, ask leads what they want to have, what transformation they are seeking, what problems do they have, and then also offer them to solve the problem for them. And as you have listened to them, you know exactly what you need to do to solve the problem. You can offer it to them maybe on a regular basis. Maybe if one client pays you $1,000 per month to maintain their website, for example, you need to have 10 clients and you earn $10,000 per month. I mean, this is great. Just having 10 clients, maintaining their servers, and you can focus on this and do nothing else and create a healthy business out of it. The next one is to join freelancing platforms if you don't have enough momentum. On freelancing platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, you can get clients quickly. But so yeah, you can join Upwork, TopTile, or Freelance.com or Fiverr. And these platforms, I have separate videos that show you what are the best freelancing platforms. But these are great ways of getting clients, of getting experience, of trying out this freelancing thing. And it's a great way to get your freelancing business started. Next one, use a testimonial video on your website. So you should also have your own website as a serious freelancer where you offer your services outside of a freelancing platform. And here you should also use and contact over time some clients, ask them for testimonial videos so that other clients see the value you have given them. And the testimonial video has a much higher conversion rate in general than just a simple textual testimonial. Okay, so ask some clients to record a video for you where they describe your services, and you will have much easier you will have it much easier to basically find new clients and convert new clients. Also, this is often overlooked. Get the referral engine rolling. Yeah, so if you follow the tips outlined before, you will quickly get more and more clients. But don't stop there. You must increase the demand for your services as long as you live. Why? Because you leverage one of the oldest principles of capitalism: supply and demand. Increase your demand while keeping supply constant, and prices begin to rise. Your prices. So ask every client whether he knows someone who would be interested in your service. And do this, like, have a checklist of things you want to do with every client. So, and then just ask any client if they, and ask them for a testimonial video maybe, and then ask them whether they know someone who would be interested in your service. And also give each client a gift card that can be used for your next freelancing service. So this one is huge. I mean, if they just hired you and then you give them a $50 gift card for the next $200 gig, for example, then I mean they want to use it. They want to use this gift card. They don't want to waste $50. So therefore, you will have a powerful mechanism to get more and more business over time and keep them in your business. Keep them working together with you. The next one is to leave freelancing platforms. So what is this? I just told you to join the freelancing platforms, but now I'm telling you to leave them. Yeah, actually, if you have enough business, if you have more than enough business and you can handle, it's the best decision to leave the freelancing platforms. Why? Because they take a 20% cut of your income, and you don't need to do this. You don't need to get this cut. And also, if you want to demand premium hourly wages, often it's better to leave the platform. It can be done more easily outside of the platform. So if you are an expert freelancer, you have a lot of business, you have a client list, you have more business than you can handle, then you should leave freelancing platforms, because then you don't need them anymore, and you don't need to pay them 20% of your well-deserved income. Okay, so ask every client to work with you outside of Upwork and Co, so that over time you have like a robust income stream from Upwork, from the freelancing platforms, and also from outside the freelancing platform. In case Upwork or Fiverr will just throw you out of the platform, this can happen anytime. Use systems and templates. So all thriving businesses use systems to create consistency, predictability, and scale. And without systems, you are the slave and your business is the master. With systems, you are the master and your business is your slave. So controlling your system means that you create a predictable stream of leads, customers, and cash flow. And if you're one of those business owners in your industry who masters systems, you'll crush your competition. So what is a system? A system can be a checklist. A system is just a series of actions you perform each time for the same problem to get some predictable results. So this means that you have a checklist of things you want to do with every client. For example, you can write on your checklist, be positive and upbeat, be responsive. You can use these 26 tips and select the one you like most. Ask them for testimonial videos, ask them for more business and referrals, and do this with every client. And these systems and templates like, for example, what do you write? How do you respond to certain types of questions and so on? So systemize this. Try to, like, if you answer an email from a client once, store this email and improve it over time, and you reuse it the next time and reuse it next time and improve and polish it over time. Your systems will get better, your conversion rates will get better, your clients will get happier, and over time you will be much faster, like 10 times faster, solving the same problems just by using systems and templates. Okay, so this is also huge to increase the efficiency of your business over time. So I have a lot more tips. Just check out my check out the remaining course, the remaining Freelancer course, and the links I give. There are a lot of tips and templates that you can use. You should know your hourly rate, of course. I mean, what is the average hourly rate of a freelancer? $61. You should know your hourly rate. So just track the number of hours you work. Or maybe you know your average monthly income, divided by 30 to get your daily income, divided by the average number of hours you work to get your hourly rate. And this is your base rate. And if you charge clients, you should charge them at least double this rate. Yeah. Always keep increasing it, keep increasing. So charge double this rates for new clients, and then over time your hourly rate will increase and increase. Yeah, but just by you charging more, you are forced to deliver more value. You increase your skills, and you will increase your income over time. So, but you should know it before you can improve it. You must know it. And how can you increase it? Yeah, to earn more, it's just simple. Just charge more. This is the first step. If you don't charge more, you cannot earn more. And if clients pay more money, you will attract better clients that want to pay more money. And then it also increases the perceived value of your services. This is the so-called halo effect, which we have already seen. The tendency to generalize the positive impression of a person to unrelated areas. And if you charge more money, it impresses the client. The client thinks that your service is better, is more valuable, and therefore he will perceive your value as a higher yes. And so if you just charge more, you increase your hourly rate. And then of course you should also learn, but we will come to this in a moment. You can, for example, contribute to open source projects to increase your skills, and to just find a community of coders, of finding these practical code projects. And also this is impressive on your resume, for example, or your portfolio, which you will need to find clients. So if you contribute to open source projects, this is usually a good way of specializing in this open source project. For example, if you contribute to the TensorFlow project, you will specialize in machine learning or in TensorFlow framework, and you will attract a lot of potential clients. It will be very easy and convincing because you are an open source developer. So this has a big advantage for you as well. If you want to do some social media marketing, then use LinkedIn, not Facebook. LinkedIn is much better for this business freelancing type of marketing. Facebook is basically, you can just forget about it. And you can also create your own blog, of course. You should always have a giving mindset. We have already seen these tips, yeah? So giving mindset, if you give a lot of value, give, right hook. This is the title of a book from Gary Vee. To build a thriving relationship with your customers, just give them value. Don't be pushy, give them a lot of value, and then ultimately sometimes you can also give a right hook, which is just to pitch them, ask them if they need your services. But overall, focus on the giving part, and the receiving part will take take care of itself. Yeah, always build your network, because your network is your net worth. So befriend colleagues, find them. If you have more colleagues, they will bring you more business as well. But it will also be a lot more fun just to have more friends in your space. Go to conferences and finish open source projects. Be active in forums like Quora and Reddit and so on, and the Python forum, maybe the Finxter community, and befriend them, learn to know other coders, and there are a lot of benefits that come with this. Also, you should position yourself as a consultant, not a freelance developer. So this was basically one of the breakthrough for me as a self-employed Python coder. First of all, I was a freelance developer, but then I broke out of it by positioning myself as a consultant, and I could charge like 10 times the hourly rates by doing this. Of course, I also had a community. I also implemented all these tips I gave you previously, and over time my hourly rate just increased to like $200, which it is now currently. So I don't work for gigs that pay less than $200 per hour. So, but this is only possible as a consultant usually, and not as a freelance developer. So you need to think about positioning. Always sell big results. Don't sell the small problems, like I will create you a web business, for example, and push your web business and then deliver on those promises. And this is of course more valuable than just fixing a certain bug or so. Yeah. So think big. Write down how you plan to position yourself as an IT consultant. And how can you increase your skills? By reading more programming books. Check out all the programming books you can lay your hands on. Read every day in programming books at least half an hour. Read every day in business books at least half an hour, because as a freelance developer, you are a freelancer, you are a developer, so you need to hone your coding skills, hone your business skills by reading both programming and business books every day. And this habit, it sounds simple, but implement it. If you really implement it, you will transform your business. There's no way around it. If you read a lot of business books, a lot of coding books, your skills will increase. And by increasing your skills, this is like the value you can offer to the marketplace. The value increases, and therefore your hourly rate will also increase over the years. It's a slow habit, but it's a very consistent, very powerful, cumulative approach of increasing your hourly rate. Okay, because knowledge compounds, as Warren Buffett says. Actually, a quote of Warren Buffett is read 500 pages like this every week. That's how knowledge builds up, like compound interest. Okay, knowledge compounds. Next, you should read more programming books you've already seen, and seek. The last tip I give you is to seek expert advice. Seek the advice of someone who have already been there and done that. How much faster would you learn to code if you've got an expert coder who leads you through every step on the way? How much faster would you learn to create a thriving coding business if you've got Warren Buffett to give you valuable advice as you go along? The answer is obvious. You will learn much faster. It will save you years, even decades. It will save you the whole life. It can be the difference between failing and succeeding. Just asking the people who have done that and who have been there and done that. Yeah, you stand on the shoulders of giants, and if you're feeling too small and too insignificant, it's because you are not standing on the shoulders of giants. So spending time, energy, and even money on expert advice is the success secret of the most successful people on earth: Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Larry Page. They all spent millions of dollars and thousands of hours seeking expert counsel. And to help you become a successful freelance developer, of course, you have checked out the Python Freelancer course. You probably watched this in the Python Freelancer course. So this is, you have already done a great step towards your successful freelancing business just by investing in yourself. This already means that you belong to the top, say 10-20% of the people, because most people will never buy a course, will never read a book about their topics. I mean, the average reading consumption of a US citizen is like 1 or 2 books per year, and this is mostly a fiction book. So if you just read a few books, join a few courses, you will already be one of the top people in your field, and you will thrive over time. So join freelancing courses, read freelancing books and programming books like the one offered by Finxter. You will have links. You are already in the course, so you have already done part of this. Good. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then give me a quick comment, and check out the other Finxter resources, and see you in the next video. Bye.